So today I want to talk to you guys about negativity and what it can do to you and your career specifically, not just, your ability to make music licensing your full-time job, but just to be a happy, healthy person that enjoys life and, kind of achieves the goals that you want to and then can kind of design the life that you really want to live. Negativity and negative people are one of the biggest roadblocks for you getting to that point in your life. And I just, over the course of the last 10 years of my life, have been evaluating my relationships with a lot of people and realizing that a lot of the people that I had really close to me for a big part of my music career were very negative. They would put down a lot of other people. They would overly criticize a lot of things and a lot of people and be negative about the industry and about other artists and about just everything they could possibly get their fingers on. They just wanted to destroy everything or at least criticize everything. And sometimes because I'm surrounded by a lot of those kind of people, and I would fall victim to that kind of mentality where I would, participate in the gossip and the trash talk and just all the nonsense that I thought was cool to do. And as you probably, it's about, getting older. It's one of those things you start to realize, like, time starts to feel a lot more precious, and you don't have, you don't feel like you're infinite. You don't feel like you're going to live forever as you get older. And so that's what I started to realize, that, I should not be surrounding myself with those kind of people and that kind of mindset. And I don't believe that people are bad or negative. I really do think it's more just they're kind of stuck in a loop, right? There's like a story or something going on in their psyche where they just want to tear down other people to make themselves look good. It doesn't look that way, though, to the person on the outside who's looking in at that and saying, why are you being so negative to everybody? Why are you tearing everybody down? For those people that are not inside of that inner circle, they look at that person and think, there's something going on. Why aren't you happy? Like, why aren't you just spending time trying to improve yourself or to get to where you want to go in life, rather than always, well, let me just tear this down and tear that down and criticize this. And, like, that doesn't really do you any good, because you're spending precious time, very precious time that we have on earth and alive. You could be spending that time improving yourself, making yourself better, going for your goals, achieving what you want to achieve, starting to put those habits into your daily routine. But instead, you're spending all that precious energy and time launching attacks or tearing other things down or just being a negative Nancy, a wet blanket about a lot of stuff. And I've seen, recently some more comments, some on my YouTube channel actually, where I've seen people saying, well, I've been in this business for a long time and I haven't gotten anything and it doesn't work for me, so there's no future for it. And I've even gotten some of these comments on Facebook where people are trying to criticize a producer that I had an interview with and saying, like, you have no future, you're not going to make it, and you're just a fool to try. And it's like, for me at this point in my life, I look at that and I go, I mean, it makes me mad, and I really don't like to see that kind of stuff, especially when you're trying to tear other people down that I'm trying to support, right? And I'm trying to push up. So I kind of see you as a direct conflict for me right there. But I also kind of feel bad for that person. I feel like a little bit of pity to say, what's going on, bro? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you spending this kind of time and energy to try to tear people down when you could have spent that couple of seconds to write that negative comment producing a better track or improving your skills or being smart about how you succeed in the licensing business? So for you guys, I want to share this with you, that there might be negative people that you have around you or that you're listening to, or that are getting in your head a little bit. And sometimes you don't really see it, because when I was surrounded by a lot more negative people, I didn't really see it because I thought it was just our culture, our little subculture within our kind of circle of friends. And this is just how we relate and talk. But I've had like recent experiences where I've sort of, distanced myself a little bit, quite a bit actually, from a lot of those negative people. And once in a while I'll run into them, bump into them, and it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Whatever. And it's like immediately they're still in that same loop. Like, they're still tearing other people down, and just a lot of negativity surrounding them. And now that I've been separated from it quite a bit, I'm like, wow, if I hadn't have pushed myself away from those kind of relationships And that just really toxic culture, I wouldn't be where I am now, being as productive as I am, being as motivated as I am, and just spending my days trying to, motivate and educate you guys, build my own licensing career, serve my clients, right? There's just no time in the day now for negativity. I literally can't, I couldn't even schedule it in now if I wanted to, which is a great problem to have. I just don't have that time to be negative, and I really don't want to be consumed by any of that. I really want to just focus on how I can really just design my ideal life. And I know that's what you guys are trying to do when you watch my videos, and then when you guys are creating your own tracks and trying to get your contracts secured and building your catalog and all that good stuff, right? What are we doing this all? Well, we are designing our ideal life that we see in the future, right? We can visualize what's my life going to look like in 2 years after I've really been, cranking away at this thing and making a lot of sacrifices and being positive and being productive. And that's really why I've created everything that I've created, because I want to surround myself with just positive, encouraging, motivated people, right? Through my channel, through everything. And that's what we're doing all this for. Like, we are trying to, and I'm trying to every single day. It's one of my sort of purposes in life, is how can I better design my life, right? What better habits can I put in, or what kind of systems can I impose, or what can I do to basically get to myself to the point where I'm doing exactly what I want to do every single day. I know that's one of those sort of like unrealistic goals. We still got bills to pay and, obligations, of course. But I really want to get to the point where, most of my day is doing the things that I love to do. And I realized just this morning as I woke up and I'm giving people feedback and answering emails and stuff, and I'm like, I'm kind of there. Like, I'm kind of doing exactly what I want to do. Not kind of, let me take that off. I am doing exactly what I want to do. But I couldn't be in this place mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I couldn't be here if I'm just surrounded by negativity and people, doing that shtick, whatever it is, okay? So I want to give you guys a little bit of that encouragement to look around you. Who's around you? What kind of conversations are you having? What kind of feelings are you giving to the world? What kind of energy are you giving to the world? What kind of energy are you getting from the people immediately around you? I'm not here to tell you, cut off your relationships with negative people. Like, you're an adult. You make that decision for yourself. Like, I'm not even going to get into that space to talk about that. Sometimes there are toxic relationships that need to be cut off, but you have to make that choice, of course. But if you can't cut them off, maybe minimize some of the time that you have around them, listening and participating in that kind of stuff. It's the only way. It's just going to be one of those things when you start. It's like one of those things where you have to close a door to let another one open. You guys have probably heard that especially when you lose a job or you get fired, you think the world's ending, and then you realize, no, with that closed door, it actually let me see. Like, I couldn't see my future. I couldn't see the next opportunity. And now it's staring me in the face. It's a wide open door. I can just walk into it, right? And that's the same thing that happens when you start to reduce negativity in your life. You probably aren't even aware of how much energy and time it's sucking and draining away from you. And when you start to chip it away at it, minimize it a little bit, try to pull away from it, you're going to be opening up all this unused energy and motivation and just positivity that you probably didn't even know you had access to. So I want to give you guys that word to the wise, that is going to be a crucial thing, that if you have a lot of doubters, people throwing, well, I don't know, it might not work out for you. It's really competitive. It's really saturated. It's not really going to work out for you. You're not going to make that much money. Those kind of voices, that kind of mentality, you can't help but have that stuff seep into your subconscious and start to get into your story. We all have an internal story that we tell ourselves about why are we doing this? Why are we waking up every day going for this seemingly really difficult task, right? Not many producers make it. So why are we the ones feeling like we have that talent and that drive and that motivation to get there? Well, if you have these little, just nagging little mosquito thoughts in your brain that have been planted there and they keep coming back to you, and that's what you might immediately consciously reject it, but it's still back there, right? The seeds have been planted and those things are definitely there. I want to be a positive source to give you those optimistic seeds, right? For every negative, doubter and all that kind of stuff, or whatever you're facing, I hope every video that I put out there gives you a little sense of, no, I can do this. It's going to be work. Like, I want to be realistic with you guys. I'm not going to say it's easy, of course, but you can do this. You can certainly do this. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to spend my energy and spend my time to motivate you and show you step-by-step paths to get there, and to try to help you through each one of these obstacles that you will face. Again, don't want to lead you guys down the wrong path or make you think that it's all roses all the way to full-time income. There are mountains to climb. There are cliffs to dangle off of. There are going to be bombs lobbed your way. You're going to be sleeping in barracks. You're going to be sleeping in, in tunnels. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get gross. It's going to get tough. Okay. This is not an easy journey to go on, but it's worth it. Okay. Things that are extremely easy to get, very achievable, way too easy to get to, usually aren't worth it, right? Because it's not special. It's not unique. It's not something that only the elite group of hardworking people get to, okay? And I know that you want to get to that place and that you're on that path right now. So that's what I hope all of these videos do. That's what I hope my sync contest is doing for you right now. I've gotten some incredible submissions from that. I really love getting your guys' submissions. And yes, I'm listening to everything. And if you follow directions and I have reviewed your track, I will send everybody an email back and I'll let you know, hey, got your submission. Thank you so much. It will be reviewed. And I definitely have a couple of favorites already. So I think I have 2 favorites actually. So, but there's plenty of time left. Again, we still have quite a few weeks before we get to that point where I'm going to be making my choices. So anyways, guys, these are my thoughts. Leave a like if it seems interesting, if it's going to be useful for you. Make sure you do subscribe, of course, to make sure you get these new videos when I put them out. I am contemplating cranking up my content here with this channel moving forward into 2019. I do need to make sure I have time for that. That is one of those things where I'm not sure yet, but I do want to sort of step up the amount of production that I've done. If you guys have been subscribed for a while, you know that I've been putting out videos religiously every single week, Monday and Wednesdays, probably for 1.5 to 2 years now. So you've been consistently getting content from me, and I only want to improve that and maybe start to crank that up a bit. So I'm going to see if I can start to incorporate a little bit more into my workflow. But I need to talk to you guys too, because sometimes I literally go to my webcam and I have no idea what to talk about. And I'm like, damn, I feel like I've talked about everything. And then some of you guys will email me with a great question. I'm like, bingo, that's a great topic. And I've never talked about that. So I am going to be asking a lot from you guys too, to be vocal and don't be shy. Leave comments below, email me, and let me know what are those sort of areas of confusion or just uncertainty do you have about this business. And I want to try to be that person to help provide those answers. So please don't be shy. Please reach out. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new year. I think some incredible things are going to be coming. And I'm very happy and proud to be designing the life that I want to design. And I want to be here to help you design the life that you want to have in the future.